Are you all ready for Actually Live? Well, I have terrible news. Iffy isn't here yet. Iffy's gonna be on the end.
Okay, all right.
So,
Yeah, I'll just scoot. Scoot.
in the meanwhile, I think PAX East was louder than you. I didn't quite get it. Are you ready for Actually Live? It is much better, thank you. I'm Jordan Brown, for those of you that don't know me. I'm also sorry that I'm not BDG. I am guest fact-checking today. We have obviously three incredible panelists who Iffy is going to introduce, or maybe you all want to introduce yourselves?
At this rate.
Iffy's on
I
his
don't
way.
think we need to.
Oh, I see a beautiful man in a beautiful suit.
Give it up for Iffy, folks! The one, the
Gentles
only,
and
in an
laymen.
incredible suit, as always. Not even dressed
The
to the
reigning champion
nines,
of
dressed
Actually,
to the
the
tens.
host, Iffy Wadiwe!
Hello, everybody.
Do you want us to vamp for...
No, we're just gonna open up this laptop and boogie, baby. Oh, man, how's everybody doing, huh? Okay, I was rushing over here to go ahead and give you, like, the goods. All of the goods, and, you know, I just... I'm so happy to see everyone in here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming out. All at once on the count of three, everybody yell out the best game that they've played at PAX so far. 1, 2, 3.
Magic the Gathering!
Oh, cool. I'll
The
take that.
pirate only went arg. That's not a game, is it? Feel like I'm being lied to. That's okay. Something a liar would say.
No, there's two pirates. One of them always lies.
One of them always says yar, the other one always says nar, and you gotta figure out which one's which. It's easy to figure out because they say the word, and you're like, well, all right.
Yeah, it's a really easy puzzle, but you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I could have let that go on. All right, everyone, welcome to Actually Live. With my guest fact checker, Jordan Brown. How you doing? So the way we're going to do this is I have pulled some of the questions we didn't use from this past season of Actually, put them in this slideshow. We're going to answer them, and if there's time left, we'll do a quick little Q&A. It should be fun. We're gonna have a good time. One of these are in the new season. I won't tell you which, but you know, you didn't write it, Jenna, so you don't have an edge.
I wouldn't remember that I had written it or what the answer was anyway.
You know, it's the same thing. People are mentioning things that happened and never stopped blowing up, and I was like, that was a time in my life that I no longer remember. Okay, so let's just go. Let's see what we're gonna pop over. Boom! Our first contestant, Annika Sela, comedian, game designer, TTRPG player, and mayor of Minis. How are you doing? Let's hear it.
Mayor of Minis, that's right. Local government is here, okay?
Of course, then we have Jenna Stieber, actually writer, writes other things too, video essayist, and refuses to quit and get a law degree.
Told me I should quit Polygon and go get a law degree. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah, that's why, it's just a reference to that. I did research. And of course, we have Kate Welch, writer, game designer, dungeon designer, and whiskey bard.
I don't know anything about anything.
You're wearing one ring earring.
Yes, I am. I have nothing if not well branded.
Yeah, you know, and that's why I got the whiskey bard there, because you do a story along with all the whiskey that comes out with the...
True.
Yeah.
Questsendwhiskey.com, everybody. We just shipped our Warlock bottle.
Yeah, we're gonna get the plugs out of here. We're gonna make sure, you know, people know
I always
where to
be
get
plugging.
whiskey.
Always be.
Nope,
plug
I'm
in.
just going to retract that.
Nope.
No, it's here. It lives forever. We're here live and direct. And, I know some of you might have a question on your mind, and I went ahead and answered that for you because you're like, where's BDG? Where's Brian David Gilbert? We're wondering. I got this picture he sent me literally this morning. I was like, how's it going? Where are you at? And he's on a beach, and he said he wanted me to tell you he was so sad to miss everyone, and he so wishes that he was here instead of there. So yeah, that's that's a man deep in vacation mode. Okay. All right, now there's something I need to tell you three, okay? Because as we know, this is actually, and I should give you the rules. I have here in front of me, both in a PowerPoint that is live right now and on my phone, just in case I forgot some of these answers, a stack of statements. These are incorrect statements about properties that you know and love, and it is up to you to figure out what is wrong, buzz in, and say them. And say
No
I'm
one
actually.
noticed. So good.
Your corrections must start with the phrase I'm actually, or I cannot give you the point, at which point someone can jump in and steal it from you. You're free to interrupt me at any time with your answer. And I think that's all you need to know. Since we don't have active buzzers here, we're going to go back to school. Yeah, we're going to raise our hands. And we're going to see who I notice first. It doesn't matter if you're quicker. As I'm just going to say a name. And that's what we're going with. Are we ready for our first statement?
All right, let's go.
I'm not sure. Y'all was real quiet. I said, are we ready for our first statement? All right, well, your first statement comes from Digimon.
Oh no.
Digimon and Pokemon have lots of similarities. They've both started as video games. They both
actually-
have okay, well,
I think we're supposed to raise our hands, Annika.
Oh, no.
That wasn't me. We just look similar because of the tattoos.
Sorry.
We need to switch places. So
well, I will say
I'll take it back.
that does work because I'm reading. You can come in. It has to be just as snooty as yeah.
What if, can I just go?
Yeah, you could do that, or you could say actually,
Okay,
whichever
all right, no,
works.
No, keep going. Sorry.
No, you have
okay, I'm gonna finish it, but you got first crack at it. Yes, it's they both started as video games. They both have animals fighting at the command of humans. They both have evolutions. The only difference is Digimon aren't caught. They're usually bonded to their partners by fate. And what was your correction going to be?
Actually, they're not just animals fighting at the commands of humans. They're also digital monsters.
I mean, that's not the correction we were looking for. Animals was just kind of the flavor I added there. I mean, they're both mon. The mon is the,
Why did I jump on that? I don't know.
You were so
I really thought you had it. You were so
confident.
confident.
Yeah.
This is going to be like or find the buzzer where we're just like, no, it's fine. It's okay.
Annika, did you raise your hand after that?
I did, but I retract my statement.
All right.
I want to actually.
All right,
First
Jenna.
question, can you hear me? Is the mic on? Okay, yeah, I hear it now. Actually, they did not both start as video games. Digimon started as a Tamagotchi-esque virtual pet.
That is correct.
That's what I was going to say. I got nervous.
Started as a Tamagotchi-esque
Whoa.
virtual pet. I bought one during the pandemic, and it is still dead. I was like, when you have a kid, it was like, damn, I got an actual daughter now. Like, there was times I was feeding my Digimon first, and I said, this is a problem.
Oh man.
Yes. Did anyone get in on the Digimon, or actually, like, I was a Digimon truther.
Yeah?
Yeah, I was like, I think Digimon is more deep than Pokemon.
Ooh,
Yeah.
See, to overlap, I had a Pikachu Tamagotchi.
Ooh.
Oh. Yeah.
I remember the first few lines of the Digimon theme song, which was awful. It went, Digimon.
Digital monsters, Digimon are the champions.
Actually, it wasn't awful. It was extremely good.
Yeah. Did you forget when they said change into digital monsters too?
Which do we think the Digimon or Pokemon theme is better?
This is the Pokemon theme. I mean, yeah. Yeah.
We
Yeah.
can't talk about this. It's getting too heated up here already.
Voting.
Yes. All right. So that is 1 point for Jenna. Jordan, can you keep track
I'm on
of the score?
it.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Then let's move on to our next statement. That's about consoles. In 1999, Sony was able to undercut the sales of Sega Dreamcast by overpromising before the release of the PlayStation, with its creator Ken Kutaragi going so far to saying, "This will be the ideal home server. Did you see the movie The Matrix? Same interface, same concept. Starting from next year, you can jack into The Matrix."
There's so much here.
There's so much.
Who did that? Say your name.
that was
Don't do the sound anymore.
Can we say our own name?
Yeah, say your own name like Pokemon.
I'll do this. Kate. Actually, The Matrix was not a movie. No, that's not it. No.
The Matrix.
Wait,
I almost think that might be like transphobic to say The Matrix was not a movie. At this point, I think, in the year of our Lord 2024.
It was more of an experience.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Matrix
You saved it, you saved it.
It was a lifestyle, okay? I was a teen in
Annika.
1999.
You
Go on.
let her cook.
I'm actually, I can't tell if this is like a linguistic thing, but The Matrix did come out in 1999, but he specifies starting from next year. So I'm just trying to figure out if the issue is, because The Matrix did come out, that's not it.
Yeah, that's not it.
For sure. Just wanted to clarify. Totally. Legit. I got to put my linguistics degree to use.
Oh, I guess I'm the last one. I've got to guess now. Ooh, I'm gonna say actually, they didn't undercut sales of the Sega Dreamcast.
They definitely did. This is one of the biggest crimes, in my opinion, that Sony has done to date. It was a real fucked up thing that I'm going to get to when we actually find the answer.
I don't know.
I'm going to give everyone one more guess,
Ooh,
and then I'm going to call it.
Actually, Ken Kutaragi didn't make the PlayStation.
Ken Kutaragi most definitely made.
Kate.
Actually, he didn't say this. He did make it, but he wasn't the one that said this.
He did, in fact, say this.
Wow.
This is a direct quote.
We're a bunch of PC gamers here.
Yeah, we're all PC gamers.
Actually, it was 1997, not 1999.
That is incorrect.
I feel like that's just my answer.
Okay.
Yeah.
We will call it there. This was what he said about the PlayStation 2, not the PlayStation 1.
Oh, Annika, you were
Because
close, I feel like.
The PlayStation 2 is what undercut Dreamcast sales because they overpromised on what the PlayStation 2 can do right around the release of Dreamcast when it was releasing a couple months later. So a lot of people saved their money that they were going to spend on the Dreamcast to buy the PlayStation 2, only for it to not be as good as they promised.
I mean, the Matrix is a high bar
Oh, yes.
set for your game console.
Fun fact about this, so this is one that I wrote, and BDG, one of the notes he had was that, because originally I used a different quote, and the answer was going to be an even wilder quote, but he was like, no, just like change something else because this quote is so nuts. That it should just stay. And I'm glad that we saw firsthand that he was correct.
Yeah.
It definitely, it reads a little bit like an Elon Musk quote.
Yeah.
Like that's...
Yeah, the thing is like, there's a point you can hit and still be good. When you go full Elon is when you go off the deep end,
Never go full Elon.
Never go full Elon, never go full Kanye. And at this point, never go full Notch, I guess. Yeah.
Controversial.
This is the stuff we usually cut out. I'd be talking shit.
By the way,
right,
if you
let's
Google
move on to our
Sega
next
Dreamcast,
statement.
If you Google Sega Dreamcast, the people also ask is why did Sega Dreamcast fail and why did no one buy the Dreamcast? It's a real bummer of a Google search.
Well, I wish I could answer because my dad wouldn't get it for me. He refused.
The third answer is, why wouldn't my dad get me? Why wouldn't Iffy's dad get me?
Oh, man. Okay, let's move on to our next statement. This one is about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters was shortened to Yu-Gi-Oh! When it was localized for the U.S. because they didn't want the show to be an infomercial for the card game.
I would say, Annika, actually, that wasn't the reason why they shortened it.
That is correct, but if someone can be more specific about the reason that they shortened it, I will give them the point. If not, Annika, that point is yours.
Jenna, actually, it's because it wasn't called the card game wasn't called Duel Monsters in the Japanese version.
That is incorrect.
Pass.
All right, then, Annika, that point goes to you. There's been no explanation about why the name was shortened.
Oh, okay.
The cards, however, the art on it were changed for that reason to avoid FCC blowback. But I think the reason is because there's two different Yu-Gi-Ohs in Japan. There's one that follows the actual manga where it's about a kid who gambles really well, and then they went to an arc where he was playing this card game that really blew up, and so then they're like, okay, we re-released, and now it's just Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Monsters, not Yu-Gi-Oh!, which was the one about the kid gambling.
Okay.
All right.
And Yu-Gi-Oh! Gambler was also taken in the U.S.
Yeah,
So they were like, we can't call this kid show.
Yes, so that is a point for Annika, bringing us to
Nice.
1 point for Jenna, 1 point for Annika, and 0 points.
It's early. It's early.
Would you like a Skittle in this trying time?
Yeah. It's going to stay 0.
No, don't say that.
No, believe in yourself.
Yeah.
Believe in yourself. There's tons of chances.
I'm just.
All right, let's talk about some more video games. Games like Fortnite, Apex Legends, and Call of Duty Warzone are all part of a genre of video game called Battle Royale, named after the movie and manga by Koshun Takahashi of the same name.
Actually,
Jenna?
sorry, Jenna.
No,
actually,
you're fine.
This doesn't mention the book, the light novel that it was based on, which was called Battle Royale, which is the origin of the movie and the manga and all of these games.
If we all point at Jenna,
I'm going to give you the point because you're right, but there is no manga. I switched
Are you
it around.
positive?
I'm not, so that's why I'm not going to. Jordan, you know what to do. Welcome to your job. Google.
I literally on this trip down at Pike Market at the Osara Commissary picked up a translated copy of the book that I'm really excited
Oh,
to
yeah.
read.
that's sick.
Yeah, it's a
is
really good book. I read it too. I loved it. Yeah, it's a
I'm
good time.
excited.
I feel like there's a
yes,
manga with every name, like every permutation of a word.
Not a
Yeah.
It was a novel. Okay, all right, yeah.
Yeah, it was not. Yeah. You were right. I was just saying you kept the wrong thing there.
I should have said less. I need to learn from your style, Iffy. You say the thing, you bail. You
Yeah. You gotta just try and aim lower.
We know nerds hate specificity,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
as long as you keep it high level, you're fine.
Oh yeah, there's so many people this next season that just talk right out of the answer. Because sometimes, where it's like that, I'm like, oh, it's close enough, and sometimes like you made it so much more wrong.
There is a manga
Ooh.
that came out after and is based on the novel.
All right. See.
Nice work!
I did a thing!
Yeah.
I feel so good about that.
Fact
I
checked.
genuinely, actually, that's the dream for a nerd.
You're powerful.
I'm powerful.
What does it feel
Yeah.
like?
Yes.
It feels so good. I
So
feel
that-
like I ate a box of Skittles.
You want a victory Skittle?
I would like one victory Skittle.
All right.
A
so
normal amount.
that is another point for Jenna. Kate, I do apologize. I feel like this is another one that Annika and Jenna are gonna just attack this one.
I just want everyone to know if he asked me to be on this panel yesterday in the hallway. So
So
You're
she
doing-
hasn't been studying Annika.
You're doing great.
I didn't study anything.
It's just
Never have, never will.
yes. All right, the crab lays soul like another crab's treasure. The developer added a few different assist mode options, like giving Krill, the protagonist, a hermit crab, a one-hit kill sword for difficult bosses, extra shell durability, and lowering the enemy's health. Annika?
Annika, I think they gave Krill a gun.
Yeah. That is correct. It is not a one-hit kill sword, it's a one-hit kill gun.
Really good.
Oh, yeah.
Really good.
Just
Oh,
saying.
yeah.
Really
Hermit
good,
crab
Annika.
holding an accurate-sized pistol. Yeah. Yes. So I haven't played this game. This is actually a BTG.
Hey, question.
Yep.
In the context of hermit crab, what does accurate size pistol mean?
Look, Brian wrote this one, so so I imagine, yeah. How is it a bigger than the
It's a
crab
huge
gun?
pistol. It's a
Yeah.
biblically accurate pistol.
Okay.
Which in the South is a real thing.
Yes.
Like that is definitely, there's a version of the Bible
It's your
where
favorite Bible
Jesus is
scripture
glocked
carved
up.
on
Yeah,
it.
for sure.
All right, well, guess what? It's time for our first shiny question. Okay, so this one is going to have some crowd participation. This is called the silent majority. I'm going to ask a series of binary nerd questions and get everyone in the audience to raise their hands. You must guess what the majority of the audience will guess.
Okay, you guys are on my side. We got this. Let's go. I'm the underdog. Yes.
And as I must always remind everyone, this is a series of questions where whoever gets the most right gets 1 point. Instead, if you're doing math in your head thinking that you're going to get more, and then you argue with me after I give you 1 point, which happens every other episode. So I'm just letting you know. So you'll be keeping score of the score. Got it.
I
All
was
right.
not listening. Let's
Okay.
go.
And so for the audience, we're going to get everyone to lock in the majority or not. And then after that, I'll have everyone raise their hands, whether you agree with it or not. First statement. Souls-likes are the best genre of video game. Do we think,
A personal attack.
It's gonna
do
be
we
okay.
think the majority of audiences will agree or disagree?
Disagree.
Disagree.
Come on, man.
It's not about what you think, Annika. It's about the people.
Look at these filthy casuals out here.
Oh.
They're all playing with the gun.
Okay,
in
so
another crab's throat.
everyone is has disagree. Audience, raise your hand if you agree with this.
So we lost the point?
We
No, you
won.
got it. You got
Oh,
it.
we won.
We
Oh,
got
sorry.
it. We accurately diagnosed them as casuals.
My heart was just shredding talking about soul
Yes.
likes.
All 6 of you. Got
Great job, everyone. Hands down.
That's a
We're gonna
hollow victory.
Move
I
on
feel
to
so
our
bad.
next one.
Hollowed victory.
Too many video games are releasing.
Agree.
Do we believe that everyone's
Not
going
this
to agree?
year.
This is agree.
Ooh.
Oh,
They will
Not
agree.
this year.
I feel like there's so many.
Oh,
to
it's
play
way
and
too
so
many.
little time.
Way too many. We're all adults. Look at all
Okay,
these. Look at
so-
all these
Wait,
filthy
I
casual
think
adults
people
in
will
here.
agree.
So two.
Yeah, if you
So
think
we're
they-
saying
they-
two
if you think
agree
the
and one
majority-
disagree.
There's so many.
2 agree, 1 disagree. Okay, locked in. Audience, raise your hands if you agree.
Ooh, tricky.
This is tricky, but I do think that is not the
I
majority.
don't think it
It's
is.
not.
Yes, that is a
Love
point
it. My people.
for Jenna.
I'm busy playing Nancy Drew backlog games because of you. Sorry. It's on me.
They're good. Her Interactive has quietly been putting out some of the best mystery games, mystery puzzle games. Check them out. Nancy Drew. A new one came out this year. It's not just 2003 games.
Do you want to update them about the gun?
It is an accurate to a krill with a gun. It is
So it's like relative
It's
to the
huge.
girl's
times
size.
the size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Human
it's full
size gun.
size.
Human size.
It's a human-sized gun.
human-sized
not a
gun
hermit
and a
crab-sized
tiny,
gun.
tiny krill.
Yeah.
If you shot a lobster, that would be, first of all, messy, but it would obliterate it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's a one-hit
Yeah, that's a
gun.
one-hit, yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, you got me.
All right, so that Jenna, you got the point that turn. This next one, I'm gonna have to All right. The original
Oh my God.
the original Mass Effect 3 ending was good. Do we think people are going to agree or disagree?
I mean, there was an audible moan.
I know, guys, it's called the silent majority. So we don't give away our answers. All right.
I see a lot of contrarians
Yeah,
in this
okay.
audience who just want to throw a monkey wrench into things.
Okay,
But
we got
no, it wasn't good.
okay, so we got all across the board disagree. Raise your hand if you agree.
That it was good. Yeah. Okay. All right.
I'm sorry, I don't need to live. If I save the world, kill me. I'm done.
You did it.
Make me the new Jesus, space Jesus.
Whoa.
Yeah.
You would be a great Jesus.
Yeah, I know. Hell yeah. Can you imagine? My name rhymes so well, like a lot of Christian bops coming, you know? All right, now we are so everyone got that point. It's time for our last one. I'm excited to see what everyone's answer is, if they agree or disagree. Newcastle is the best Apex Legends character to play. He was also written very well. Some would say that his lore is the glue that is holding the Apex universe together. Do you agree or disagree? Don't raise your hands yet. Do we think they're going to agree or disagree?
Were you colluding just now?
No, I was giving context.
Oh, okay. Well, I was
Oh,
gonna
yeah.
say-
Did you not know that I wrote Newcastle in Apex Legends, Kate?
No, I
Are you
didn't
not
know. I
keeping
didn't
up?
know that you
I
wrote
posted-
Newcastle in Apex Legends because he is the best character to play and written very well.
That
I
should
would
have been
never
your
have
clue
guessed.
when you played it. Yeah.
Do we think that the audience is going to agree?
He
Or
sounds
dis-
so hopeful. He's like,
better.
do we think the audience thinks so too?
Oh, we'll see.
You have to, guys.
No, we'll see.
Okay, what's your...
Come on.
Audience revealed.
Look at him. He needs us. He just called himself Space Jesus. Let's give the guy a win.
He just lost a game of Magic to me, so he really.
You
he
couldn't
needs
wait.
this.
You couldn't wait. Couldn't wait 1 second to just let everybody know. All
You
right.
crushed me last time. I
Okay.
needed that.
Yeah. All right, audience, agree or disagree?
Wow.
Oh, okay. There was some spicy ones.
No, it's
All right,
not
I know
how-
who is getting a picture after the panel. Thanks for letting me know. No one gets a point for that. So, Jordan, can you give us a final tally?
Jenna with 3 wins the point.
All right.
2
1
for
point.
Annika
I
and
listened.
You're doing it.
Mostly I was just watching Jenna being like,
Can we get a score tally, Jordan?
Kate with 0.
golf rules, baby!
Annika with 2.
Tepid. I like tepid.
And Jenna with 3.
All right. Well, let's keep this show going, all right? We're going to rock on to our next statement. After the success of Clueless, ABC decided to premiere a TV show of the same name, debuting in 1996 as part of their TGIF lineup. The series follows Cher, Dion, Amber, Murray through high school, though they were unable to cast the original actors in the iconic teenage role. Wallace Shawn and Twink Kaplan reprised the roles of Mr. Hall and Miss Geist.
Jenna.
You're right, yes?
Actually, I don't believe Wallace Shawn reprised his role.
That is no. That is not what's incorrect.
Annika, actually, because this would be funny and accurate, the original cast actually did all come back for it.
Alicia Silverstone. She's back. She's back in plaid.
So here's what we're gonna do. Because it's very hard to finagle from here. You did figure out what is wrong. Everyone but one person came back from the cast, and if you or anyone else can name who that person is, we'll give you the point. But if anyone can name who the person that was unable to come back was, you were you can Kate.
Kate. Actually, it was Paul Rudd who didn't come back.
No.
Is he in Clueless? He is, right?
I think yeah, but I don't think he was in this thing. No, I don't. Maybe. No, that's not. I'm looking at the answer.
He was notably he was not in high school, so he would not have returned to play out the high school.
He looks like
experience.
he could pull off
could
a high
do it.
schooler.
He
That man doesn't
totally, he
age.
totally
Yeah.
could.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I don't know the answer.
Jenna,
don't
do you
wanna
have a guess?
I think it was Dion. Didn't come back. The actor for Dion.
No, that is incorrect. Cher was the role that was recast because it was Alicia Silverstone.
You made that
That's why I thought that was a layup. Alicia Silverstone. Yeah, she's not going to be able to do the TV show because she's Alicia Silverstone.
She was too busy being Batgirl.
Yeah, that was.
Oh my God.
So that point goes to Annika.
Nice.
Stacey Dash, Eliza Donovan, and Donald Faison all returned to play Dion Amber and Wallace. And that's why I had that glitch, because I saw that Wallace and I was like, is that the right Wallace? No, that's not. It's all good. We figured it out in the end. That's a point for Annika.
Good job.
Woo!
I've never seen Clueless.
All right, let's keep this going. This next question is about Buffy. Also, I should say that this question is going to be from our girly episode that we are doing this season. The people asked for it, and we did do the girly episode. This one isn't going to be in it. This is one of the ones that didn't make it in there. But we are doing a girly episode, I should clarify. Let's move on to our next statement. Even though the show was called Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Buffy isn't the only Slayer around. The show would introduce another Slayer, Faith, who got her powers when Buffy temporarily died during her fight with the Master at the end of season 1.
Okay. Jenna, I want to clarify. So I wrote questions for this season. And in writing questions, I made sure I went through and looked at the other questions that were on offer because I wanted to make sure I wasn't writing an overlapping Buffy question.
Okay.
But I also know, I'm pretty certain that the answer that was in the spreadsheet for this one was not fully accurate.
Ooh.
Oh. Yes, I know this is the most complicated one you could have pulled for this.
Okay.
So I have an answer that might be different from what you have.
Okay. I want
do you
you
wanna-
to. Well, I want you to say the answer, then I'll have Jordan. You Google. You know the thing. Yeah. What is your answer?
Actually, I think the actual answer for this was that Kendra was another Slayer that was introduced.
Yes.
But I would add an additional layer on top of that, which is that in the final season of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, quite a large number of women were empowered with the Slayer abilities at the very end in the final fight of the show, which I do not think is additional information on offer.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I'm supposed to look up.
Yeah.
Just Google, was Jenna right?
Well, I know that is correct, but the statement was that that was about this Faith person being introduced as this new Slayer, and that being wrong, and Kendra being the new Slayer.
Yeah.
So that is. It is not like the only other one, which then that would be correct. Would it be Kendra?
Yes. And it was Kendra, I believe. Well, Kendra was introduced in season 2
Yep.
because Buffy died.
Yep.
And the Slayer power moved on, which would set the ground for the final season of Buffy when they realized that there was sort of this mystical lineage that could be passed down. I watched the show a little.
It makes a lot of sense to me that you're really into Buffy.
Because I have an undercut now
Yes.
in 2024.
Fully, yes. And it's working, to be clear, it knows what.
Yeah, I really don't know because the thing that was everyone go ahead and give Jenna's undercut a round of applause.
I like that you showed it off. Oh, you mean this undercut?
Yeah, but the question wasn't that it was the statement wasn't that it was the only Slayer. It's the fact that Kendra got it when Buffy temporarily died, and then when Kendra died, Faith got the powers. So I think I'm just gonna nullify that one and let that be a cool Buffy powwow that we had. where people got to see that, you did the Buffy, research, and that there's also going to be a Buffy episode.
The fact you don't even get a point for that.
Yeah.
Moral victory.
Yeah.
So good about it. I feel like my strategy is the opposite of yours, Iffy, which is that I overload you with so much information that I just like meander my way into a point sometimes.
Look. Sometimes it makes sense, but sometimes it's like, oh yeah, we didn't say that though. Like, that was what we were saying. You're right. We didn't say that though. Y'all good over there, Skittles?
So wait, did Jenna get a
I will
point for
not
that
be
or
eating
not?
Skittles.
No.
Okay.
I will
great.
not.
Well, you two are talking. We don't
Yeah.
interrupt because we don't know anything about Buffy.
All right, that's all good. Let's see where the anime heads are. In the hit anime Jujutsu Kaisen, Yuji Itadori unearths a magical crystal and becomes host to the demon or curse named Ryomen Sukuna, who he must now share his body with.
I think we found where the anime
My
heads
favorite thing
are.
about doing it live is you have some people being like, oh yeah, and some people are like, what did he just say?
Just guess, Kate. Just guess.
Kate.
All right, Kate.
Actually, Yuji Itadori unearths a magical crystal and becomes host to a demon whose name is Purse. Not Curse.
No, it's
Point for Kate. Pity point.
yeah. Nope.
One pity point for Kate.
No, his name is Sukuna. Yeah, it's not Purse. There's a demon named Purse in the series.
I don't know.
Annika is parsing, so I'm gonna throw out my answer.
Yeah, I have a very specific look on my face.
Actually, they don't call it a demon.
Oh, it is most definitely a demon. As a demon, you use curse demon, and you use curse techniques.
Okay.
Purse.
Annika, actually, strictly speaking, Yuji Itadori doesn't have to share his body with Ryomen Sukuna.
Oh, he's definitely sharing that. That's kind of one of the
I
main.
said that like I knew, though,
Yeah, it's
and
like
that's what's important.
Like truly one of
Now,
the main
if you check
conflicts of
the
the whole
text-
series is him having
like
to
the
share
one
that. Yeah, the one
conceit of
thing
the
is that he's stuck sharing that body.
Yeah, Jujutsu Kaisen translates to share body with demon. Yeah.
Actually, it's not a hit anime. Nobody's ever heard of it. I don't know.
I'll have you know.
That wasn't a dunk.
I'll have
No,
you
You're gonna
know.
have to go out the back when you leave.
I had no idea.
It is most definitely a hit anime. There's tons of people at this moment getting cringy Sukuna tattoos on their face.
They're
Then posting gym videos of them lifting weights, which I'm like, hell yeah, brother, you're lifting, it's all that, but,
All right, we're just going to pick it apart.
Okay.
Kate, he doesn't unearth a magical crystal. He unearths an egg, actually, that...
You found out what's wrong.
actually, he doesn't unearth a magical crystal.
Yes, well, that's what that's the same thing.
But you didn't say
have
I'm
to,
actually.
You have to, no.
I didn't say I'm actually, did I?
Did
Did I say I'm actually?
oh, wow.
I heard it.
Yeah.
I heard
No.
it. She said
No.
All right, I was so caught up in you
Fuck my
actually
life.
having the correct answer. You did not say I'm actually Annika. You get the point unless either Kate or Jenna can be more specific about what Yuji does in order to become the host of Sukuna.
She's trying to gift me the point.
No, you do. You will not. Just make a guess.
All right. Actually, he...
God, what is it? What is the, everyone put your,
That's fine.
put your hands down. Put them down. The
Actually,
hand
I know.
portion is
No, I
up.
got it, everybody. I got it. You ready? Okay. Actually, he unearths a finger.
I thought they were trying to indicate fingering.
He got fingered.
I love you guys.
He does not unearth a finger.
Wait, really?
That is not what he does to the finger. If you can guess what he does to the finger, and everybody, don't you dare. If you can guess what he does with the finger, I will give you this point.
I don't want to
not, it
guess
goes
what he
to
does
Annika.
with the finger.
You got it.
Okay, he doesn't unearth the finger. He bites it off. Actually, he bites it off. He bites off someone's finger. Actually,
Might be the demon's finger.
actually, he bites off a demon's finger and eats it and swallows it.
I think, actually, I don't know.
I know. So I don't know what happened over here. I don't know what happened, but you are correct. He eats it. He doesn't bite it off. It is a finger that was wrapped up, and while it was a moment of danger, and he had to look for a way to survive. He throws it up and he swallows that finger whole, and it's Sukuna's finger. So we'll give you the
Like
point.
a cartoon cat, just like, I love that.
So
Do you want a score update now?
yeah, let's get a score update.
Jenna with 3.
Okay.
Annika with 3.
Okay.
Kate with 1!
All right, it is truly anyone's game. And this also brings us to our last question, which as always concerns real life skills.
Oh, no.
When wearing a new suit, be sure to remove the temporary stitches that close skirt slits, blazer vents, and pockets.
Actually,
Okay.
they are not sewn in bright neon colors, and they are typically very tight.
That is correct.
Yes, yeah.
It bugs the shit out of me.
So that brings our final score to Kate with 2, and our winners for today with 3 points, Annika and Jenna.
Oh, sorry, my hands are really sweaty.
I liked it.
What's happening? Yeah. Yeah, how do y'all feel about that? Y'all feel powerful?
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel good. I feel great.
Did Jordan, you show the eating finger?
Yeah, I did.
Yes. It does. It's not
He
bitten
just showed
off.
me the finger.
It's not
I
bit
was
off.
disgusted.
Yeah, it's all good. Well, yeah, it seems like we have some time for some questions and answers. And yeah, if you line up next to the mics there at the end of the hall, feel free, and we will answer as many as we can. You have Jenna, who wrote on the season. You have Jordan, who is the official dropout reporter at this point. Me, the host. And, if you have something fun for Annika and Kate, they can answer.
If you have questions about Dark Souls 2 lore, you can ask those.
All right, we're waiting for everyone to line up. We're looking good. It's good. All right, everyone's getting ready. Okay, tight.
He's consumed 15 fingers?
Yes. Yes, but, be quiet. Some people might not have called, but yes, he's...
It's like
So,
you got...
yeah, Sukuna has...
Hey, catch up, casuals.
But yeah, no, so the concept is that he's going to eat the fingers because the more fingers he eats, the more Sukuna takes over his body, and then they are going to kill him. And he's sacrificing his body to do that for the betterment of the Jujutsu sorcerer community. Let's start our questions.
Iffy, I have a question for you. Can you please fucking close your Audible or your Audacity, whatever this fucking... Please, God.
No, because I don't know what I have opened.
I need to save a file.
Yeah, it's going to be wide open. Sorry, what was it? Hello.
Hi. Not a question, but because I can't go on Discord and submit a correction, I would like to submit a correction.
Okay. Yes.
Which is that the character played by Paul Rudd in Clueless, that character was in the TV show, but was not played by Paul Rudd. So technically correct.
Technically correct.
Wait, that is a three-way tie then.
Yeah, that means it's a tie.
A three-way tie!
Yeah. Did you all figure out that mathematically only one person would lose,
We
and that would
crunched the
still be a
numbers.
two-way tie? Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We have
Yes.
Over here.
All right. Yeah, let's go.
So, why is Newcastle the best character in?
Some may say, the person who wrote it, has had a vision that is clear every time you played it, and he drags people, and he looks good.
What if they just skip the loading screens?
Well, yeah, then they'd miss a lot of lore. Read your load. If you play Apex Legends, go into the loading screen, look at it. There's lots of lore there that I think people don't read. All right. Yes.
All right. What would you say is the best piece of advice you received in taking on the role of host for Actually?
Ooh.
Question.
Yeah, because when I took over as host, Trap and I talked, and he was, really it was, just kind of have fun with it. I think when I took over, they were like, it's been on for so long, and we want to give it like this refresh. We want to kind of have it be something like new, interesting, and fun. So like make it your own and like inject yourself. And I think that naturally happened with me and Brian. We just have so many similar interests. So we first season, you remember that meeting, we were like, we want to do a mecha episode. Then we were trying to find mecha folks, and then and then the episode came through, and it's very interesting to see how just many times we go back to the original. We have every prompt that's ever been asked, and hasn't been too much overlap of stuff of oh, that's already been asked or that's always been done.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Question for Kate.
Ooh.
I was wondering if you could break down Fingergate.
Fingergate, I guess, is the moment that happened right now.
Is that in reference
When there
to
was
this
collusion in this panel.
I don't like that phrase.
My PR company has advised me not to make a lot of statements on PRgate at this time. I expect that no apology will be forthcoming whatsoever. So don't hold your breath on that. But I will say that there are about 60 people in this room that are on my side. And I think we're all going to keep our mouths shut.
Yeah. And
Thank you.
That includes at least 2 people on the stage.
Just a quick tech question. Is it just me or did the number
got much larger.
Oh, yeah.
It was 10 minutes.
Yeah, did y'all add that? If let us know if that's a mistake, but that number went up.
I think we're actually, if you subtract 30 minutes from that, that's exactly what we have.
Okay, but if it's that, we're just going to ask questions, give people time. Hey, what's the question?
Hey, Iffy, Jenna, Kate, Annika, Jordan, great job with the live show today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So my question, Iffy, I've always been a big fan of the shiny questions and designing that, and I've always wondered, because I feel like there's a lot of actually game devs who are big Dropout fans, if you've ever considered reaching out to game devs to come in and do guest shiny questions or things like that.
Ooh.
I'm asking selfishly because I'm let me come in maybe something.
I think we the shiny questions, and we kind of yes. Yes, first off and foremost, the fact that Game Changer got the first playable video game question is a thorn in my side, and Sam will pay. We were always trying to heighten and up the ante on shiny questions. And there's a mix you want to do, right? Because everyone, I feel like Actually is a fun comedy show to watch, but it's also a show that you kind of watch Jeopardy. So it's always when we're coming up with fun, shiny questions, I think there is the thinking of the way that someone watching along can still kind of participate. So with that in mind, if you can think of a way where you can make a game that can be played along at home, or be ready to launch it so that after...
I'll send you a list.
All right. All right. Well, then we can definitely talk because I think, yeah, we are always looking for fun stuff. Art would probably love to make a big arcade box that people would play at a Shiny Stage. And I think if it was something where we would flip the answers and then put it out for everyone to play, that would be fun. And I think people would be okay with not being able to play along for that section if they were able to play along later.
Yeah, no, looking forward to season 10. Also, Mass Effect 3 ending was good. Y'all can fight me.
I've fact-checked the clock. It is correct. We have the room till 6:30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, wow. Should have made that game longer. Next question.
I want to say, Iffy, love the fit.
Oh, thank you.
You were something to aspire to, and I appreciate your look every time you're on.
So, thank you.
This one's a general question. I know we're a bunch of fucking nerds up in here, but what is everybody's current favorite song or musical artist?
Ooh.
Chaperone.
There it is. There it is.
Non-stop every day.
I listen to such embarrassingly bad, like, wubby EDM that I am gonna excuse myself from this question.
I was
Say
listening to all kinds of tech house last night, getting into Australian hits from 2005. Come on.
That sounds better. I've been really into an artist named Death Pact. You should check him out.
Hell
Real
yeah.
wubby, real good.
The only thing I've been listening to recently, and consider this a PSA for everyone in this room, is that after many years, the Katamari Damacy soundtrack is now on Spotify. I genuinely would check every year, being like, maybe now, and this time my diligence. Yeah, if my diligence was rewarded, it's on Spotify. So that's what I've been listening to.
Amazing.
Oh, man. I think mine, I'm huge in my Dungeon Synth era, so, you know, Fog Weaver, Questmaster. I've just what is his name? Rat. It was the Rat, you know which one. You know the one. There's a rat, and he sends, and Dungeon Synth is really fun because they send you tapes on Bandcamp, and it was like my buddy Jeremy pulled me in, and I've been locked in ever since. Outside of that, I would say Mexican OT has been like my favorite hip hop guy right now. Just love it. Just like the way he raps is solid, and Glass Beams too. I've been liking as well. Nice funky band.
I have the worst answer. I have a 3-year-old, so it's a lot of "Ain't Gonna Rain No More" on repeat for hours.
All right.
Because it turns out now that Spotify exists, he can demand any song at any time. The world's very different.
Do you need a Skittle? You sound like
I do need a Skittle. Yes, please. I would like 2 Skittles, exactly.
All right, next question.
First thing, I'm sorry. So, I'm actually the first person who said the correction, did not say I'm actually at the beginning. Also, I'm actually on your slides, the answers, only the first one said I'm actually too.
Oh yeah, that was on purpose. So I purposely, it's not for me to say I'm actually, that's just the answer. And but when we're writing the questions, we type in I'm actually before it. When we reveal it on the show, we typically just throw the statement up, at least in this past season. So I forgot to erase that I'm actually, because I don't have to say I'm actually. But I think the reason is because, well, I'm gonna just take your word for it. I'm not gonna trust my memory right now. But yeah, thank you so much.
Also, do you like my shirt?
Yes. So yes. You have the official actually fact checker shirt. Once, thank you for grabbing that. 2, it was very funny. Just seeing. Just this past season, so this is the suit that I wear in the next season, and every shoot, every episode we'd go, I'd wear the suit, one shirt every day, and I'd switch the tie every episode, and I'd have to go get dressed for lunch and all this, and Brian's like, I wore a new shirt. And it was our favorite joke. He did it every time, and I laughed every time.
And actually, Fortnite's original mode was not a battle royale.
That was going to be my actually. I was like, it was actually Fortnite was a tower defense.
Yes, and this seems to be asking a bit much in a pedantic show, but. But in that grouping, like, yes, Fortnite is specifically Fortnite Battle Royale. I am well aware because I was there in the beta when Fortnite came and they said, what if we just did a Battle Royale because PUBG and all this stuff is fun? What's going to happen? This is just for fun. And then it became their most popular product. And I don't even know if they're touching Save the World anymore. But I would play the Save the World mode. But I think now, colloquially, Fortnite is referring to the Battle Royale mode. So when I was listing all of it, I didn't feel the need to specify Fortnite Battle Royale.
No, I did.
Next question.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hello.
So being that you guys are all on the Dropout Network, who's been like one of the most fun people on set to like hang out with or riff with or, you know, be around while you guys are filming?
Oh.
Because we're not on the network.
Spider-Man meme.
Yes. Yeah. I guess for me, I mean, it's all like we're all friends, so it's just like fun with like everyone. Like it feels like a cop-out answer, but there isn't like so much. Because also like since we're all like a lot of us know each other through UCB and stuff, we just have kind of like loadouts in a sense, where it's like I know if I'm doing something with Siobhan, I'm going to make her life a living hell. You know, you know, same thing. Like you know, Brennan and I, we have this like fun rivalry that we kind of like amp up, and with Lou, it's like that's the homie rap, that's the homie. So you know, I think make Brendan and Siobhan's life a living hell, and everyone else, it's like fun bits.
I have a follow-up question. What does Vic smell like?
Oh, good.
Does she smell good?
Yeah.
It seems like she'd smell really good.
Yeah, real good. You know, I wasn't smelling much in the alien face because my nose was just completely wrapped up. But yeah, it's great.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right.
Typically would have liked to ask a question that I think people in the room would be interested in or has some kind of like information that elicits a really good answer, but I have to know because I've never actually met somebody with a linguistics degree outside of school. Do you actually have a linguistics degree?
Yeah.
And if so, do you have a favorite subspecialty?
This is my favorite question. Everyone applaud.
Yeah.
I did. I went to a weird undergrad where we still had to do a dissertation, and I did mine on the linguistic theories of humor and their applicability to puns. So I think.
For real?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So I think linguistic theories of humor and how humor works on like a syntactic or semantic level is really, really interesting.
That's so cool.
And it was an undisclosed number of years ago, and I have anything else I remember about it. So we'll leave it there.
Thank you.
I have to leave.
Yes.
I thought this panel was an hour and I had to go somewhere.
Oh yeah, go for it.
Is that okay?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
If people wanted to see you later tonight, where could they find you?
Yes, where will they find you?
You can't.
You're not on the. You don't have any more panels?
No.
Oh, all right.
No, you can find. If you see me at the show floor, though, you can tell me how great I did.
Let's all talk. That would be so fun.
Everybody watch me give them hugs.
We love.
I've interviewed a lot of people at Dropout, so I can tell you that Iffy is genuinely one of the nicest human beings on the planet and gives universally the best hugs in the world.
Oh, man.
Yeah, well recognized.
All right, let's ask a few more questions, and then I'll let y'all not be trapped in here anymore.
I was just wondering, is there a reason for the Polygon star to actually pipeline?
I mean, yeah, that would be, because there's a lot of Polygon folk on the writing team now. Yeah, I'd say, I feel like it's, when we were looking for writers, I mean, we loved Jenna so much. And then, when we just needed more, just same thing, another Polygoner.
Yeah, I mean, I think Polygon, known for their facts and their humor.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, when Brian asked me to go on, I was like, I'd do anything to work with Brian again. He's incredible. And it's like, actually, such a great show.
Yeah.
And it's just like a genuine privilege, not to get serious, a genuine privilege to be here.
So when Brian eventually Highlander's iffy and takes over his power.
Oh, yeah.
It will just be an entirely polygon show at that point.
Ooh, you think that there's going to be like a secession rule where when Brian's not the fact checker anymore, I take over that? If he becomes president of Dropout,
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
everybody just kind of
everyone's
goes
just-
up. No.
All right. Thank you so much.
Hi, this question's for Iffy. Bit of a controversial question. Among the Smosh crew, who do you think has made you laugh the hardest and how?
Pick favorites.
Oh,
Yeah.
I know. I was like, ooh, that's who made me. I mean, it's very hard. Yeah, it's hard to. Once again, everyone has like a different way they know to make me laugh. Like I feel like whenever we do like try not to laugh, and I just see like. Shane makes a face where he thinks he has something really good that just already makes you laugh. But when he comes out shirtless, and I know he's going to be white iffy, like that always gets me. But yeah. So I'd say that, or whenever I can do, when I was able to do Nigerian voices at Jackie, he's connect on that level.
Awesome, thank you.
I just want to know who everyone's dream guest for actually would be.
Ooh.
Manifest. You have to manifest.
I know. Yeah. I'm trying to think of people that we didn't ask, and the people that we didn't ask, and they just couldn't do it because of scheduling reasons or something. But I thought, because I don't want to spoil if it happens later. Yeah. I don't know. I think it'd be fun to have like LeVar Burton and a lot of next generation folks on the couch, and like some of those like OGs, or like that's what I'm gonna say.
That's a really good poll.
I would love for you to do like movie trivia episode and have Nicolas Cage on. If we're going with
Nicolas Cage,
because he loves film so much, and he's so authentic about his love. I think that would be amazing.
Okay.
That was going to be my answer. Like, genuinely, I'm like, I just think he'd be good at it.
All right. Well, yeah. There's your answer. Thank you so much.
All right. Hi, Effie.
Hello.
I really woke up today and chose violence, so I'd like to force you to issue a hot take in front of all these people and the internet.
Okay.
Who is the best party character in Final Fantasy VII, in your opinion?
Oh man, that's. Oh, that's super. Like I'm trying to think of someone who I'm just never going to switch out by any means. And then I remember, because I would have said Aerith, but we all know what happens there. I was very mad about it. I genuinely cried when that happened as a kid, and my older brother was like, "You crying?" I was like, "You don't understand. I love her." So, without that being said, I really do love, Barrett for many reasons, and I want to stand by my black brother, fellow black dad, just out there with a gun hand.
Correct answer.
I think, Jordan, did you have an answer as well? Because you've played a lot of...
I mean, I also cried, but oh man, I was so sad that spoilers. I don't know. Vincent Valentine isn't playable in Rebirth because I love me some Vincent Valentine.
Oh man, yeah, maybe in the next sequel. Next question.
Hi, I just want to preface this by saying, Iffy, you're my favorite himbo.
Oh, thank you. Ooh.
My question is there a question you wish could be on actually, but you can't for any specific reason, like maybe it's too inappropriate or like too niche or something?
No, we're kind of getting to do whatever we want. Yeah, like pretty much anything that we come up with, we just do it. Is there any? I guess I'll turn this to you. Was there something you wish got asked and you maybe were told anything?
Ooh, no, I haven't really pushed the boundaries of what is going to be acceptable for a Dropout platform, but maybe next season.
Yeah, you know, like, you know,
I
we
could
did
be a
one where
troublemaker.
you had to pick the hero based on their butts, I think. After that, I was like, look,
Yeah, I don't know if I can top that, so to speak.
yeah.
I-
Yeah, I definitely can top Captain America. Yeah.
What? Okay, no. Next season, if you have me back to write again, I'll
will.
maybe do some like Emmanuel in space questions. That could be fun.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to think about it.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
really setting me off on a weird journey.
Most fuckable Bloodborne boss.
Yeah, because there is a factual
There is an
answer.
objective answer,
Yeah.
so.
So you keep pushing. This is like now has reached another panel of Annika pushing the most fuckable Bloodborne boss.
This is not the first time that has come up on a panel in this room with these two.
But I will have you know, when I wrote on a show for Sci-Fi called The Great Debate, and this was, I was looked at like I was crazy. They thought I was a madman. There was a game I wanted to play called MILF, Monsters I'd Like to Fuck.
Yes.
And the head writer at the time was like, he was like, you think people are gonna think monsters are hot? And I was like, and then he made me explain to him why I said Mothra has a fat ass.
That should be self-evident.
Yes, I mean, if you look. Yes, thank you so much. Next question.
Please, I gotta know. Please tell us more about how you beat Iffy at Magic the Gathering.
I was playing Kudo, who's a new commander who makes everything into 2/2 bears, and I'm running a token deck, and I had a hard time finishing the game, but I crushed. Kudo really popped off. It was only like my fourth time.
Here's what happened. I'm running Bello. You know, Bello's king. Everyone loves a cute raccoon that can turn all your enchantments and artifacts into 4/4. And I just figured out the enchantment with the cons, where you pick Dragon or Con, where it's like when it does 1 damage for every creature that leaves the battlefield. And I said, I know how this thing works. And as it went around the pod, Annika then asked, so whose deck works on artifacts and enchantments, and then plays a card that destroyed all my artifacts and enchantments, while they continuously made more and more things. And I said, just kill me. Like, let's start a new game. It's over. You stopped my thing, you know. And so yeah, that's how they won.
Infinite
Thank
bears.
you.
Too many bears. Yep.
Yes.
So mine is just to justify a smaller community that's been slightly forgotten. You said Dark Souls 2 you could talk about all day because like everybody just loves to talk about Dark Souls 3 and Dark Souls 1, but they just won't talk about Dark Souls 2.
Dark Souls 2 is incredible, and I know that it gets a lot of hate because it is a little janky, but which is fine. But Dark Souls 2 does the best job of representing the very human impact of the Halloween curse. So like it's the only one where you see these NPCs grieving the loss of purpose, grieving the loss of who they were. No other Dark Souls handles that very well. It's a good game. Sorry. I just stop and breathe like a toddler. Thank you.
Exactly what I needed.
Yes.
So my friends and I are very competitive, and I have to ask you, what does Brennan Lee Mulligan do that makes you still like him?
Fighting words.
I mean, he's an amazing.
I do like him, I will say.
Yeah. Okay, good clarification, because it's going to be on site. But yeah, no, Brennan is like just a very like caring person, warm personality, you know, and everything you kind of want in a friend, but also just extremely passionate. And I think the reason we like click so hard when we see each other is that we get fired up by the exact same things. We like to still tell stories in the same way. We like to make people feel seen in the same way. And I think that is what, you know, really charges me up, is just kind of seeing you know, his success, his like growth, and just how he just is just like always thinking about other people before himself, and just fun to. Because of that, that's when it's fun to pretend like you're at odds in a nerdy game show, because it's like, oh, we really like each other, but it's funny to pretend like we hate each other.
Beautifully said. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, next question.
Hi, I have the generic question that you're going to be hearing because it's a Q&A at PAX.
Yes.
Assuming that you've been on the floor and you've seen what's out there, what is a game or other product that you're excited for to come out?
I'm going to say, Borderlands 4. I'm real excited for people to play that. I think, it was announced at Gamescom. We got a little trailer. I can't wait till we hear more. I can't wait till we hear about who's writing for it. Sorry, Sam. Yeah, that's one of the games. I think definitely just kind of looking forward to just. Y'all want to jump in with some games while I try and rack my brain for? Definitely Monster Hunter Wilds. I'm a Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Just fiend, and just seeing all the stuff, and I really am try to abuse my status to be like, hey, this line is long. Do you have something for creators? They did not.
I'm going to offer up, because presumably you're all coming back tomorrow and are going to play some demos, 3 that really stuck out to me. There's so many. But one was called Love Eternal from Isprid Games. It looks, the graphics are not going to pop out at you, but the gameplay movement is so smooth. It's buttery. It's going to melt in your mouth. There is also a game called Feltopia.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry to snipe you.
No.
But Feltopia, it's entirely all of the animation is like real life felted yarn that they have animated. It's very cool. And I actually quite like the gameplay as well. And then Tethergeist. Yeah, I played that. And again, just it's kind of a Celeste-like and just really, really satisfying movement. I'm sorry I took Feltopia.
That's the old everything else. I'm just like, check out Nancy Drew. The writing's better than you think it's going to be.
All right.
I played Commander for the first time, Magic the Gathering today, the end of my experience at PAX. I've been here today.
And sorry, who won that game?
No one, because we scooped the cards because you were taking too long.
But I did still win.
Wow, you crushed both of them in Magic the Gathering?
It was a whole pot.
It was my second game.
And you got
should
crushed.
have beaten me.
All right, thank you so much. Next question.
Hi, I was wondering, how do you feel about Sam Reich?
Is the person behind you going to ask how I feel about another cast member? Because if so, I was like, we're going to get them all out right now. Yeah, Sam's great. Sam's, solid. Another solid human. It really is. I think working for Dropout, the fun thing is, I've worked for a lot of media companies that y'all might have seen me in. Your Geek and Sundry, your Nerdist, BuzzFeed Multiplayer, rest in peace if that's still around. Rooster Teeth, Smosh, and even Smosh is kind of in this category now. But all these companies, it was a group of creative people who are under some corporate overlord that at any time can decide, this investment isn't good enough, and then you stop being able to create. And I think Sam, taking that risk and starting Dropout and being able to text your CEO and be like, let's get some Greek food, or even do things like this. So at any other company, if I was like, yo, I want to do the show that I do here live at PAX, it was like, okay, well, we got to do a meeting. We got to see if we get approvals, and there's all this. And with, the way that Dropout works, it's me, the host of Actually, and the co-EP, and our team. And then above us is, the people who run the company. It's just right there, and they're all people I know, and it was very much so go on and do it. And at first, every time I did it, I would just be like, you sure? I was just waiting for it to end because I was as a live performer, I wanted to do live versions of this, and so like because of that, it's going to be, just more live actuallys. I'm using the cons to like tighten it up, get it going. And I really do appreciate everyone for coming out. I truly do. Like, this is fun to do, and I want to get crowd participation involved. Obviously, the hands up game worked perfectly. We're just going to keep just trying to perfect, like, what does the live version of the show looks like, so that, when you're waiting for a new season, maybe you can go out and see it live and interact with the show in a completely different way. So.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun fact, Sam Reich has never spelled my name correctly. Including in emails where my name is.
Next question.
Hi, a big fan of actually. I was wondering this for a while about the legal limits portions, the shiny questions. Have you ever actually gotten into any legal trouble for that?
No, we actually haven't, and it's because it's like weird legal stuff. Like, even writing the question, we're like, well, this is like, we call it legal limit, but we can't say it's the amount that we're legally about to pay because there's technically no like finite amount. But we have yet to get in trouble for the length of that we play on the show.
Sorry. Thanks.
Of course.
Yeah,
thank you so much for the
thank
question. All right, next question.
If you had gotten another Nat 20 on Never Stop Blowing Up, what will you have done with it?
It's so funny because everyone was talking about the finding the infinite combo to do it, and there was, at that point, I was like in a Gundam. We were in the final throes of the game, so there wasn't necessarily anything I would do to like take over the game, because I think the shortened version of the conversation was there, and I think the longer one was me being like, I've done the math, I can do this and roll until I get a D20, and he was like, oh, do you want to take the seat? And it's like, no, because everything we're doing, I think we're caught up in the storytelling. As wild and goofy as like that whole season was, I think every choice being made is like more to what we think the characters would do. What do we think would happen? And I know people were like, why did Wendell take everyone's mononoxanil and pour it out? And it's like, because that's what Wendell would do. Like, Wendell was going to try and save this person. He was, as far as like Wendell knew, you die in the game, you die in real life. So as a human, he saw someone die. So he was like, I'm going to try everything I can to make sure this person doesn't die in front of me, even if I am this fake bootleg Vin Diesel body in this jungle with this jaguar that is going to sing a song. And yeah, so I think in that moment, yeah, if I got the D20, I think I would have just done something that was had nothing to do with the story. Maybe delete Jacob's kills or something like that to make him mad. But like, yeah, at that point, the story was ramping up, and it got to that point where, like, as a player, when you're at a table, you're like, ooh, I want to know what the DM's about to say. I want to know how we're gonna land this ship. So I think, yeah, the short answer is nothing. The long answer is everything I just said.
Slay.
Yeah. And I think we got our last question right there.
Do any of you have a favorite real life moment you got to actually someone?
Ooh.
Oh, what a damning question.
I've never, being like a Midwesterner, I've never explicitly been actually. It's always couched in the language of like, I'm probably wrong. Based on my memory, but probably not. So not explicitly, no.
Yeah, it's just, for me, it just happens all the time because I just like know so much. It's like, how do you pick out a favorite star in the sky?
Yeah. I'm not an actually really. I feel like the closest thing I get to actually is countering spells in Magic the Gathering. Like it's like, oh no, you're not gonna do whatever bullshit you were trying to do right there. But I am a good person, so I don't play much blue. So yeah, I guess that's the answer. I guess I don't have any like big actually moments, but I'll start thinking about them.
Yeah, it was
Thank you so much.
a good question.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a thinker.
Yes. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by to the panel. Thank yourself.
Thank you.
I think I have to skedaddle and run to wherever this meet and greet is. I don't know where it is. I have to check an email. But truly, it really means the world to see everyone here excited and happy and hanging. I do really, it makes, it's kind of neat. I'm not going to tell the story about how when I was in 8th grade, no one came to my birthday party, and that's, but no, I have enough. Sometimes you just need some like character development, and that helped. I was like, I gotta be funnier. But everyone enjoy your PAX. The new season will probably come out like in a while, but there's lots of fun stuff. Gastronauts is announced. There's still one more show that was in that Rolodex of shows that has not been announced yet, and that should be being announced soon. So stay tuned. We got some more great shows for you on Dropout, and we're continuing all the ones you love. Thank you so much.